Hey everyone, it's Colin. I just want to do a quick review today of a new item that I picked up to hopefully help make the YouTube experience a little bit better. This is a Tascam US-144mkII. It's a 2-channel in and out audio interface. It uses USB 2.0. It is self-powered through the USB 2.0 interface. You don't need an external brick. In fact, you're listening through the unit right now with how I have it cabled up. I've got the mic input coming down in on the bottom. I've got the USB input going to the computer at the top. And then I'm also monitoring inline through headphones. I'll talk about that in just a second. It offers dual mic inputs. It offers dual line level inputs. Those are shared between the two inputs on the unit, so you need to flip back and forth between whether you're going to be using it for mic or for line. What's nice though is you can mix and match. What's also nice is that the right input doubles as a dedicated guitar input. It does have switchable 48 volt phantom power. I have it turned off right now because I'm using a dynamic mic, but that does supply phantom power to both channels. And again, that's all coming through the USB, which is really cool. What I really like is this mono switch. Basically, it lets you sum both channels down into a mono signal. This makes doing video editing a lot easier. If you have this thing set for stereo mode and you connect a mic just to one channel, that means when you go and do your voiceover, you're only going to be getting audio out of your left headphone or the left channel on the video. What's really nice about the mono switch is that it lets you switch so that both channels get summed down to a mono signal, but that signal is still output to the computer as a stereo audio signal. Across the top, you've got some extra controls. You've got a monitor mix control, and this is what lets you do zero latency monitoring. I'm listening to myself talking through my headphones, and this is what lets me control how much blend I get between what's coming into the inputs and going to the headphones, and what audio may be coming back from the computer over USB and going into the headphones. There is a pair of RCA line outs on the back of this unit, and this is the gain control for that. And then you've got your dedicated headphone volume control here. You've got MIDI in and out, so this interface doubles not just as analog to digital audio, but it also lets you interface MIDI equipment with it. So that can save you another piece of gear or more cable mess. Plus, it's got digital coax audio in and out. Overall, this unit is actually pretty well built. This top panel is plastic. The knobs, they look like they're metal, but they are plastic as well. But the sides and the bottom are all metal. The whole thing it's got a nice weight to it. It doesn't slide around on your desk. It stays there solid. It feels quality. There are a couple of minor complaints I do have about the unit. These knobs do feel a little chintzy in some ways, especially this line out knob on mine. It's got kind of a point where it just kind of goes ka-chunk, you know, through the range. I'm not twiddling these knobs all the time, but that may be something that matters to you. The other thing that isn't really a problem, but it's a bit unintuitive, we should say, is the function of the gain knobs. And with the gain knob on a traditional mixer, generally it goes all the way from nothing, there's zero signal coming in, to what the maximum gain the preamp can provide. If you're going to be using line level signals on a mixer like that, I've found most often you set the gain knob to something like 9 o'clock. And once you start getting into microphone level signals, you're looking at either 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock based on what type of microphone it is, whether it's a condenser or a dynamic. With the Tascam, these knobs behave a little bit differently in that all the way down, there's still gain coming through this. And set to maximum, that's not as hot as the preamp can get. There's a reason why these are labeled line on the low end and mic on the top end. Basically, when you've got this thing set all the way down, that's line level. It's not zero, it is letting audio go through, but that's line level. And then the farther you crank it up, the more and more into mic level you get. And if you notice on the left channel here, I've got the knob maxed out and I'm not hitting peak. That's a little counterintuitive in a way based on mixers. I'm used to being able to get them really hot if I need to, but it also kind of makes this unit foolproof in that I can take most any mic, I can just crank the knob all the way up and be done. I don't have to sit and twiddle with the gain to try and remember, oh, that's right, it's, you know, the knob needs to be just a little past 3 o'clock to get the right gain for the application I'm using it in. Now, the real reason why I bought this thing, not just to make audio recording a lot easier, especially my voiceovers for YouTube, but also because, well, it was kind of too good of a deal to pass up. You can find this thing on Amazon most any day of the week for $110, $120. I bought this thing because I found it on a daily deal for $50. Even at $120, I think this unit is worth it if all you need is 2 channels. So that pretty much sums up my review of the Tascam US-144 Mark II. Click the like button if you like it. Please click the subscribe button if you want to see more. And as always, thanks for watching.